and you hate it in the evening because you're standing right between their words, and then the rest go down. So we'll try and make it quick. Although I didn't expect to present any slides today, the Chris wanted very formal kind of presentation, so it's up to you, Chris, now. You have to basically start waving your hands when I go longer than you're giving 10 minutes to me. Where are you? Chris is not. All right. I can take that as I want. Okay. So, first of all, I think this is the fourth year running the Cadence has been, working alongside ACM and the student chapter with the ACM, the Insight, UCC, and all the brilliant minds that work together to bring up a competition like this. I think when we started off in 2023, so that was the first year, I think we had about 70 participants, and to see that grow to 3x by 2026 is like a phenomenal amount of effort that has gone into this competition. All the organizers and the committee themselves have been putting a lot of effort. So I think, personally from Cadence's perspective, now we see a lot of growth in the competition, and this is an opportunity for us to go back, and connect with the universities, the academy, and the students in general. So it gives us a huge opportunity to kind of bring the brand Cadence to university. So the more students come in and participate in events like this, the better is the opportunity for Cadence to bring to you in terms of what we have, for you as part of our internship programs and other things that we can do in partnership with you. So a big round of applause to everybody out there for coming in, participating, all the ASIM guys, the UCC, Insight, all the other fellow sponsors who kind of taken the time out and be here for that day. Some of them have come from as far as Dublin, so I think a round of applause for them as well. So there are a lot of numbers and a lot of words over here. I'm not going to go across, all these bubbles over here. I think what's the key message here is that we are a small company. That's the key message, right? When you have people like this sitting right next to you who are more than 6,000 people in Dublin, me standing here talking about 12,000 people worldwide, it's a small company, right? We've done approximately 5.5 billion of revenue last year, 2025, and we have about 300 people in Ireland now, 220 in court. The good part is we're trying to grow, we're growing. So that's a good part. We have business units that work right from IP or chip design themselves to building software that a lot of people, a lot of companies, and a lot of products that you see around here in your room, these things, that thing, things in your pocket right now, things that you were using in the lab to write your tests and competitions, everything has a little bit of Cadence. And with the new acquisitions that we've done in the past 3 years, we've actually now ventured out because we think our simulation technology can really help accelerate and optimize spending on certain kinds of things. For example, things like crash tests for cars. I mean, if you can simulate crash tests for cars, you don't need to really crash test your car. Think about it, right? Biological sciences, you really can have simulation models that you can use to find out the effects of certain vaccines, medicines, and products on humans, or animals for that matter. You will need them, right? You will kind of optimize them on need to have them. So Cadence has basically diversified its portfolio right from software development specifically for people who want to do EDA, which is electronic design, to things like medicine, computational fluid dynamics, and everything across the world. So people who've been here the last year must have seen videos of McLaren, who were our customers as well, because they were using Cadence's computational fluid dynamics software for kind of optimizing the amount of aerodynamics and stim in the cars. They secured the 5th position there, but they won the championship last year.
They were on champions, both championships was there. Today,
So since Chris talked about AI, I think everybody wants to talk about AI and everybody wants to listen about AI, right? So I'm just going to kind of leave you to the thought of what Cadence's vision about AI in general, right? And Cadence's way of kind of bringing both the worlds together, and from both these directions is all about what Cadence really tries to do. Not only here in Cork, but across the world. And it's defined by a very simple statement which says, design for AI and AI for design. Now think about it. When you say design for AI, what do we mean? We mean all the companies who are trying to accelerate the amount of computational power they provide in their hardware. People like NVIDIA, their GPUs. people like AMD, Intel, who are trying to kind of accelerate the amount of throughput that they can get from the CPUs. All these people use Cadence software to design their models, right? So that's what these hardware typically get used to build models, training models, train them faster, right? That's what at a very high level means to design for AI. So you enable hardware design so that people can design for AI. And the tools that Cadence develops have now started to really build in a lot of AI optimization in them, like machine learning and AI optimization in them, which kind of helps you accelerate the design itself. So it's like a circular thing. So you design for hardware that catapults the AI development, and then you build in your AI into the software so that you can accelerate the development of the hardware itself, right? So it's pretty simple if you think about it. Something about the company itself. So we've been participating in great places to work. I'm not sure how many people know about it, but we've always been figured out as I top 4 or 5 companies in Ireland. We recently switched because we kind of went over to 100 people. We recently switched from a small scale company to a medium scale company, so we were still fit over there as well. But we have locations across the world, and across the world, DPW, wherever they have the service, they are claiming in the top 10 or top 5. Something about the culture, I think, again, one-liners that really kind of talks and echoes the sentiment and the kind of work that really happens in Cadence. And it's all about having fun at work and getting work done while you're having fun, right? So be it your flexible timing, having celebrations of different festivals, pride celebrations as well, across the world, whatever Cadence can bring in as something that really makes people happy and can give their maximum at work is what really drives Cadence's employee engagement as well. So that's why we say have fun at work and work will get done while you're having fun at it. The other focus areas for Cadence has specifically been around the diversity, equity, and inclusion. And we're pretty proud to participate in the Pride celebrations. We have special YSTEM focus areas within Cadence, and we work very closely with the UCC YSTEM Society and Design programs, which include YSTEM brunches, doing resume building sessions specifically for the YSTEM students, and a lot of other programs as well. And recently what we started to do is that STEM does not begin when people are in the universities. STEM even does not begin after the transition year when you've already chosen STEM. So what we started to do is we started to work with UCC YSTEM Society, and we are now working with transition year girls to try and talk to them and understand, how they can get motivated and inspired to pick up more and more STEM subjects. That's where we love to work with. That's where how to try and inspire girls to come up. And I think what is important event that tomorrow is going to be the International Women's Day, right? So, and I'm very happy to see there's a lot of female participants there as well. So this is basically a retribution of all the effort that everybody, including admin, put in to promote diversity. Giving back to the community, you see as Cadence really sponsors schools, especially girls' schools, and that even within the girls we have these day schools, people with disadvantage or special needs to kind of come up and really come together and create that sense of ownership about certain things. And there's a lot of the sponsors that we've done for over 5 girls soccer team, and we're pretty proud to be the sponsors for all the league that they're playing right now. At the end, I think from 3 parts of what I was talking about, the work that gets done at Cadence, how that work gets done at Cadence is all about the culture. And the third part is giving back to the society. If you put all 3 of these together, the one thing that really drives Cadence is that there are a lot of things that Cadence is doing and will do as part of the innovation development that happens all across the world that drives tomorrow's future. When you look at data science and machine learning, AI, you look at all the innovation that's happening around the ADAS, automated driving systems, hyperscale computing, people like Meta, Google, everybody, Microsoft. They are basically looking towards how to kind of use all the automation that's there from the software that's been built tomorrow's hardware. Things like 5G, I think people are already talking about 6G right now, and all the automation that can be done on the basis of that technology. Alright? So Who are we and where are we? As I said, small company, 12,000 people across the world, 300 in Ireland, 200 plus employees, growing an office in the Penrose. I'm sure some of them are going to start to look at internship opportunities coming September. We are here. Do reach out to us. Reach out to anybody, Andrea, or one of these people inside society. And this is where you get connected about. Feel free, all right? So thank you very much. Congratulations. Everything.